I hope you've had a fabulous Friday, and I thank you for joining me on the tail end of it before the Cats tip off, of course. Fortunate for me, I'm sure, their game's not starting now. And we will spend this half hour tonight on pretty much nothing but good news. All of our headlines, start to finish tonight, good news. I don't get to say that very often. But indeed, as I told you last night, another McGoffin County High School senior signing her letter of intent to go on to college and play ball. A new sheriff in town, and he's 9 years old. Saying goodbye, but still it's a positive story to a man who has served our community in one of the most important and vital ways for over 28 years. And the governor's coming with big checks Monday in an effort to, with the county and the judges, of course, work as well, get water to every household in McGoffin County. Yes, it's all good news, and it all starts in about 30 seconds. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. It was more than just business at hand today at the special meeting of the McGoffin County Fiscal Court. A special recognition, actually two. One for honoring a man who has spent literally the majority of his life serving and saving lives for many years as our 911 director. And the other, recognizing a somewhat younger man who, as well as early on, maybe a little earlier than most, knows exactly what he wants to be when he grows up. And let's start there.
I'm Wesley Yuns, and my parents are Cody Yuns and Jessica Yuns, and I'm 9 years old.
And today, he was sworn in as a McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy.
We got a young man in this county that absolutely just adores and loves law enforcement and is a great kid. And we're going to swear him in as a junior deputy. So, Wesley, come on up. And I will faithfully execute. To the best of my ability. The office. Of McGoffin County. Junior Deputy Sheriff. That I'll always do right. That I will do no wrong to anyone. That I'll always represent. McGoffin County. And the Sheriff's Office with pride. And that I'll always be. A positive role model. For my family. My friends. And my fellow students. So help me God. Congratulations.
It's got to be encouraging, among other things, to see a young guy like that so interested in law enforcement. How does that make you feel today, and what are your thoughts?
Well, it fills my heart with joy. I mean, growing up, I always wanted to be a policeman, firefighter, wanted to be in the Army, but my love is law enforcement, and to see a young man as enthused as he is in law enforcement, it tickles me to death. I'm sure that there's great things ahead for him as he grows older, and we certainly want to encourage young people like that to move towards their dreams, and I think it's just fantastic.
And young Officer Wesley has thought about this since he was a young man. 6 years old, 3 years ago.
Josh Montgomery, first cousin. He works for Credentials, and he gave me a badge. I thought it was pretty cool, and so I just started wanting to be one and protect. Josh told me all about it.
And Wesley is already serving as a positive role model and being proud to tell his friends of his new title.
Well, I've got one friend, and he was overwhelmed by it when he first knew it, and he said, well, why would you want to do that? Or so many other things. I said, well, I want to pursue that dream and become one.
And in speaking with Sheriff Meade, this might be a thing of the future. He's working with his Chief Deputy, Tim Clark, who brings experience with school programs to the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department and the Magoffin County Judge and Fiscal Court in involving our young people on a regular basis, in more ways than one.
I've been talking with the judge executive, and there's opioid money available from the settlement. And out of that money, we should be able to purchase educational materials on drug use, bullying, that type of stuff. And my Chief Deputy, Tim Clark, he has a long history of doing those programs. This will give us an opportunity to reach out to the youth in the schools. We want them to feel comfortable around law enforcement, and we want to of course, teach them about the bad side of drug use and the effect that bullying can have on others.
And while I had the sheriff, I took a moment just to check in. Now a full 2 months into his term, and see how things are going.
We're finally getting settled into the office. We're getting things in place that we need. Presently, we've got one deputy that is still in the academy. He should be out. I think graduation date is May the 10th. That will give us, including myself, we'll have 5 certified officers on the road, and we have 5 volunteers that they're out there hustling right now. If you've got a scanner, I'm sure you've probably heard them. We've got pretty much 24-hour patrol right now with the guys that we've got. And of course, we have help with the Kentucky State Police as well. And I've been able to start working on the narcotics side. In the during the election cycle, I spoke to people here in the county, and I expressed to them my desire to really have a solid drug program, and we're getting there. We're moving on it, and in the near future, you will be able to see some of the fruits of the work that we're doing.
Now, when I come back, while we will not necessarily cover all of the business contained therein in today's special session of the Magoffin County Fiscal Court, we will pick up some of that next week. We will tonight, however, talk about another very special part of today, and that was a resolution and reception following, honoring, and recognizing the dedication to Magoffin County 911 of its outgoing supervisor, who has served in that capacity and as a telecommunicator for over 28 years. I'll be right back. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more, makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Magoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at Magoffin Farm Bureau.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
He has been there since day one, since the very inception of Magoffin County 911, an integral and vital part to this life-saving system. He has seen it begin. He has seen it grow. He has been a large part of all of that. And today, McGoffin County Fiscal Court, the judge's office, his fellow dispatchers, and others in the EMS field all saying goodbye, at least for now, as Scott Jenkins is moving on. He, for the past few years, in addition to working as our 911 director, well, he also went to college. And today, well, he hung up his telecommunicator radio. His time and investment into this community and 911 not going unnoticed by local leaders and his co-workers, with a resolution making it official.
Whereas 911 dispatchers are the lifeline of McGoffin County and make up a crucial link between those experiencing an emergency and the first responders who answer the call for help. And whereas McGoffin County 911 was established in 1995, and Jerry Scott Jenkins is one of the 5 original dispatchers hired to serve the citizens of McGoffin County. And whereas from March 11, 1995 until today, Jerry Scott Jenkins has faithfully and efficiently served the citizens of McGoffin County as a 911 dispatcher, providing a steady, calm, and reassuring voice to those who call seeking help in the most dire and terrifying situations. And whereas for nearly 22 years, Jerry Scott Jenkins has served as a supervisor of McGoffin County 911, providing competent leadership and setting an example for other dispatchers to follow. And whereas Jerry Scott Jenkins was instrumental in the relocation of McGoffin County 911 from the community center to the McGoffin County Courthouse, resulting in one of the most modern and state-of-the-art dispatch centers in the Commonwealth. And whereas after 28 years of service to McGoffin County, Jerry Scott Jenkins is leaving his position as McGoffin County 911 supervisor to pursue new professional goals and dreams. And now, therefore, the McGoffin County Fiscal Court hereby formally passes and adopts this resolution, thanking Jerry Scott Jenkins for his service and dedication to the citizens of McGoffin County, while recognizing that a truly great dispatcher is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. Before we call the question, I just want to say that I've known Scott since he started this. When he started in 911, I was working for Dad as a deputy, and that's been many, many years ago, back in the mid-90s. And Scott's always been a dedicated servant to our community. You know, there's different types of people in leadership positions, and some people may be self-serving, and this is definitely not the case. He is a servant leader and has been since he started this job, and I know he'll continue to do that in all his future endeavors. And I know that he's going to be a shoulder that we're going to lean on when we get in situations that we need guidance and support. And he'll always be there. He has a love for McGoffin County that's unparalleled. And we appreciate you, Scott, and we love you, buddy. Anybody else got anything to say?
Well, I've known Scott ever since just a little boy. One of the finest people you'll ever meet in your life, Scott is, you know. And I appreciate the job he's done. Like I say, love him. It's just been like family all his life. I'm a little bit older, so all his life. So I appreciate you, Scott. I love you, buddy.
I know he's a great man because we share the same last name. We appreciate everything you've done.
We appreciate everything you've done, Scott. I know you got some big shoes to fill with whoever steps in your position, but it's good to have somebody like you to lean on. I'm sure you can answer all the questions for them, so we thank you.
Is there anybody out there that got anything they want to say before we call the question?
I do.
Go ahead.
I just want to thank you, Scott, for everything you've done for me. I wouldn't be the dispatcher I am if I'd not had you for a boss.
We know what.
No. And we're going to miss you.
Thank you. I love him just like a child. And ain't nobody can replace him, so it don't matter who you find, you can't replace Scott. They ain't that smart. You lose him a gold mine.
I wish I'd have had more time to work with you, and you've done an excellent job for us so far. And for all the dispatchers, for us to do what we do, their job is critical. They let us know what we're going into. And because of what they do, we're able to do what we do and do it in as safe a manner as possible. So, for you and all the dispatchers, thank you.
If not, I would move that we accept the resolution honoring McCoffin County 911 Dispatch Supervisor Jerry Scott Jenkins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes unanimously. All right, next item is to adjourn.
I just appreciate the opportunity for physical court for 28 years to allow me to have a job. The Lord, put it on Mom's heart whenever I was a 20-year-old kid. So when she seen it advertised in the newspaper, so this is a job for Scott. And then we went and talked to people, and the Lord worked it out, and I started working. And He's been faithful to keep me safe through the whole time, to keep me sane, because it's a job that could drive you insane sometimes. I work with some tremendous people. Some of these guys here I've been with since the start. Some of them started a few years later, but tremendous amount of talent of first responders we've got in this county is amazing, and I appreciate working with them and all you all have done for us. Just saying, I'm thankful for you, Judge Wyman, and the physical court, the last one of this one, that allowed me to keep working these past 4 years under you guys. It's been an honor. I'm blessed, and I appreciate you all, so thank you.
And before I sit down and talk just a second or two with Scott, I do want to say, I've been doing this show for 23 years now and counting, and first responder myself throughout a lot of that, as well as in a professional manner of just bringing you the news. Scott Jenkins has been the most professional and knowledgeable and dedicated person to being a 911 telecommunicator as any human could be. Regardless of what the situation, the hour, his calm hand and direction has undoubtedly saved lives. And being a 911 operator has to be one of the toughest jobs that there is in existence, and one of the most important as well. And we all, again, just to chime in on what the judge of the physical court and everyone, his fellow co-workers have said, we all wish to thank him for 28 years of dedicated and outstanding service.
Yeah, it's been 28 years. 1995 is when we started. I was one of the first 5 that was hired with them, and it's been a journey of learning and growth. You learn, you grow, and we went from paper and pencil and 4 telephones lined up with 4 radios lined up to like a state-of-the-art system. I think one of the best in the region. So there's been a lot of change, a lot of turnover. We've got a lot of dispatchers. We've actually got another couple of dispatchers that's been here for 20 years. So that's good. And Uni, we call her Uni. She's been here for since the late 90s on and off. So she's been here a long time too. So to me, that kind of reflects well on me and the county as well. Just that when you have some dispatchers, you can keep them and retain them for that long of a time, especially in this stressful of a job. That makes me feel good that I might have done something to be able to make them feel comfortable and actually enjoy what they do a little bit, So.
I mean, there's no doubt that we are all, and I do mean we all, all the first responders and local government are very proud. We've been privileged to have had you being here as long as you have, and definitely going to be a big void. But in being here that long, what is it? What has it meant to you? I know that you've taken this job very seriously and hard, and you've been very professional about it, start to finish. Well, what's it meant to you to serve in this capacity?
It's an amazing opportunity just to be able to serve people in need. When you're on the other end of the phone call and the phone line, you hear things that you never want to hear. People in the worst moments of their life, that you know that you're providing something for them at that moment that they need, that could actually be the difference between life and death. So when you hear those things and you're able to say something to calm a caller down, to let them understand that you care. I mean, there's some techniques that we could use. One of the ones is you call them by their first name. You talk to them personal. So it'd be, Rhett, I understand you're having a hard time right now. I'm trying to get you some help as soon as we can. That's soothing to the caller because they feel that you care about them, that you take enough, you took enough time to know their name, to call them by name, and to make it personal. So in essence, every call you get is personal, and you do the best you can to provide that service to them, to get them help as quick as you can. And it's, the results aren't always what you want, but I'm sure along the way, somewhere along the way, you've helped some people that the results could have been very different if you didn't intervene. So I've been blessed to be able to help people in that aspect.
Yeah, as I said a few seconds ago, Scott he graduated high school here in Montgomery County in '92, and then just a few years later started working at 911 at the age of 20. But in 2016, decided he needed something else in his life and enrolled in college, and has since obtained his Bachelor of Social Work and Science of Social Work degree, and he will start being an employee of Child Protective Services in Floyd County next Thursday. We do wish him the very best. We wish to see him back maybe here from time to time, and that may happen. Who knows what the future holds for him, but we wish to certainly again thank him with the most sincere gratitude and best wishes for his service to our families and our county. I'll be right back. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. Don't let Mother Nature be the one to remind you about your tires. Stop by Conley Tire and let them make sure that you're safe in getting from A to B. Tires, wheels, oil changes, brake repair, and maintenance. And be sure to click on ConleyTire.net for all the latest offers with 6 months no interest payments at Conley Tire or ConleyTire.net.
Trade it and upgrade it now at Appalachian Wireless and receive up to $700 off when you trade your old eligible device in and upgrade to a new iPhone 14 Pro Max or Samsung S23 Ultra on a qualifying Appalachian Advantage plan. What better way to start the year off right than with upgrading to a new 5G compatible device on the region's best network while saving up to $700 off on the hottest smartphones. Appalachian Wireless giving you another reason to come join the Big Blue Network. Why? Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Wireless.com for full terms and conditions.
Ready for some more good news? Well, it's coming via some big checks to be presented at the Mountain Arts Center next Monday at 4 o'clock. The governor is coming, and he's bringing funds to help further efforts to get water to every household in Montgomery County. Judge Executive Matt Wireman says he has made this a priority of his administration since day one, and even focusing on it, of course, during his time as magistrate. And with the money that the governor is bringing this Monday is another significant step towards $2.5 million that it will take to make it happen.
There's going to be an event at the Mountain Arts Center Monday at 4 o'clock. I was contacted by the governor's office earlier this week. They requested my attendance. The governor's going to be formally presenting an additional allocation from the Cleaner Water Act money. We got an allocation of $311,000 in the fall of 21, and then they've submitted a list out that have our pro rata amount of $700,000, a little over $700,000 that was supposed to formally announce on Monday. That will be put toward the projects that we have in our portal, which is what it's called in Frankfort, to get water extensions. And this will be for Kentucky 378, Kentucky 542, and Kentucky 1502 in a trace area. 378 is Far Middle Fork. That project is $2.5 million and counting as costs continue to rise. And this will put us officially over the $1 million mark working toward that project. One of the good things that I got some news on this week was that the Big Sandy ad said that they had enough, or 100% actually, of the surveys completed on the households on those 3 roads and Jake Wireman Fork to allow us to be qualified for a block grant. And that block grant is $1 million. That's what we're applying for. We get that, with this money, we'll be at $2 million. So we'll be at $500,000 or less, and we'll find a way to get that. So as soon as we can get the block grant applied for and get that money in, we hope to be getting the formalization of water line construction in the works for those 3 areas.
That's life-changing.
It is. There's well over 60 households in those communities when you put them all together, and along state routes that we still didn't have public access to public water. Now, we still have a lot of county roads that it goes short distances up or doesn't go up at all, and we're working on a plan with that. I've been talking to the governor's office, talking with a state representative about it, about some possible avenues to explore, helping those folks get back to it, because the houses are so few and far in between, we can't run commercial lines. But we're exploring other options so that we can get water out to everybody. It's just a slow, drawn-out process, and anybody that knows me knows that drives me nuts. But it's just the world we live in. But we have a lot of hope, and we will be doing this hopefully sooner than later.
I just want to touch, I know you mentioned last week that following that, maybe governors will be here.
After the meeting at the Mountain Arts Center, we have an event at the community center for Governor Andy Beshear. It's a campaign stop, more or less, but everyone's welcome to attend. The governor will be there. You can come and meet him if you wish. It's a fundraiser, but Governor Beshear has been extremely good to McGoffin County, and I know that because of his love for Kentucky and McGoffin County, as county judge, when I call Frankfort, I'm able to get through to people and to get the things that I need. And like I said, it's been a seamless process, and I can't say that about my first year under the previous governor.
Again, that presentation beginning over at the Mountain Arts Center at 4. The fundraiser and the greeting, if you would like to attend, for the governor is here at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center Monday evening at 5:30. I'm still not done. I still have more good news, and it's coming up in just a moment. Spring is always the most colorful season of the year at the seasonal shop. Come see for yourself. Gorgeous new clothes for everyone. Bright, flowy tops and dresses. Something perfect for Easter. Fun flare leg jeans and new styles and arrivals every day. New sweatshirts and shorts and tees by Royce, Ridge and Holler, and others. And little sleepies are here, all in an incredibly comfy, cute, and durable bamboo viscose material. All this and so much more that you just have to see this spring at the seasonal shop. What we have here is our famous chicken sandwich at your Sayersville Lee's, which is also Saturday's special. You can get a chicken sandwich, wedges, and a drink for just $6. Friday's special is a liver or gizzard dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $5.79 plus tax. Let's recap. Chicken sandwich, Saturday special, or get it any day of the week. Fridays, livers or gizzards at your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sayersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics. Another McGoffin County High School senior is moving on, continuing her athletic and academic early career, doing so at Alice Lloyd College after a phenomenal number of years, since 7th grade, as a McGoffin County High School Lady Hornet. With the stroke of a pen, it is official. Angel Mullis is an Alice Lloyd Eagle.
welcome everybody here today as Angel is signing with Alice Lloyd College on behalf of McGoffin County High School Superintendent Chris Meadows, Principal Brian Conley. I'd like to say congratulations. Not only will Angel be going to play sports, but first of all, she'll be getting her education. And I don't know if she knows that or not, but that's where I graduated from.
I know.
So, Alice Lloyd's a good college. If she'll go and apply herself, she'll come out with a good degree, ready to start work, and plus further her career in basketball. Coach Williams, would you like to say something about her?
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I think Angel probably remembers the conversation. I told her that, the good Lord gave her something that He didn't give a lot of other people. One, He gave her size. She's tall. Two, He gave her athleticism. And three, He gave her speed. And, I told her that if she applied herself, that there's an opportunity out there, that she could possibly land a scholarship, get her education paid for, and basketball could be a way that other doors would open up for her, and it would give her opportunities for her future. And I'm thankful that we've seen that come to fruition, that through her work, through what she was able to do on the court, that this door of opportunity has opened up and she's walking through it. And I know that if she goes to Alice Lloyd, she applies herself, she works hard, she listens to Coach Mills, Coach Schroeder, and those around her, that she will flourish. I think the atmosphere at Alice Lloyd, I think the family atmosphere at Alice Lloyd is going to be so good for her. I think she fell in love with the campus. She fell in love with the people during the visit, and I'm just excited to see what she's going to be able to do. Looking forward to the future, and it's going to be, I think, a great ride. Yeah. So proud of you.
Describe to me how days like this compare to everything else in the coach's job.
Well, this is what it's all about. Being able to see a kid reach a goal, reach a dream, to be able to have their education paid for, to have doors of opportunity open for them just from basketball. And this is a very proud moment. Right now, tonight Kennedy Stacy's going to be playing in the NCAA tournament, Division III. So that's a proud moment. And then Angel signing today is just a reminder that what we do is impactful on kids' lives, and so I'm beyond proud.
Well, the first time I picked up a basketball, I wasn't taking it serious as in grade school. I just thought it was fun, gave me something to do. And then as I stuck with it and came to high school, it meant a lot more to me. I wanted to go to college and play basketball, so I know how to work really hard, and I took it pretty serious as I got older.
What does it play on this team here for the past several years meant to you?
It's meant everything. It's what I do every day. It's what I've done for so many years now. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss everybody. And Coach, he's taught me everything I know. I'm going to miss him the most. It's going to be different.
She has always been a leading rebounder in the state. This year she averaged, I think, over 9 rebounds a game. She's in the top 40 in the state in rebounding. Her sophomore year, she averaged 14 rebounds a game, which placed her 4th in the state. Now, the difference is we rebounded better as a team this year, mostly because she was being boxed out by 2 people on the other team. They gave her the sheep boy treatment. And so we got better as a team rebounding the ball. So as our team rebounding went up, it leveled off a little bit. But she's led us in scoring. She's averaged over 13 points a game, led us in field goal percentage, led us in blocks, led us in field goals made, free throw percentage. And Angel is a very unique player in that she is tall. She's 6 feet legit. She runs the floor like a guard. She can shoot the ball, and her ball handling skills have gotten so much better. So from where she began when I started with her in the 7th grade, where the rule was, because she was taller than everybody else, when you rebound it, don't move, pass the ball to a guard, don't dribble. She couldn't shoot a layup. To see her now come to this point where she's developed, to where she's signing with Alice Lloyd and going to play college, it's remarkable.
And just as this has always been her home and her home court, there's something about Alice Lloyd that makes her feel the same way.
It was like, it reminded me a lot of high school, like family. I feel like you get close with everybody, it's not too big. Like I felt like it's at home there. I feel like I'd like it a lot.
Now, with perhaps the only bit of bad news on tonight's program, I'll go through it pretty quickly. Your Licking Valley RACC 7-day does have some flakes flying in there, some flurries as well, some cold temperatures, and some widespread frost. Temperatures, nothing really too much off the mark from what I had for you 24 hours ago, and they do rebound to the 60s just barely by the end of the outlook. First, a big reminder. It's time to spring forward this weekend. That's right. Set those clocks up. Lose an hour, but all the daylight that you're going to gain is so worth it, in my opinion. Saturday night, before you go to bed, make sure you do. That way you'll be right on time Sunday morning and thereafter. As for the forecast, definitely more of a winter-ish feel to it for the next few days. Cloudy tonight, kind of teetering between possibly some sprinkles and some flurries later on during the overnight. Not so much right now, nothing on the radar, no need to go there. But 3 a.m. or so thereafter, we might see a little bit of a back and forth right around 31 degrees. Winds, well, they will continue. We've seen them today up to 20, 25. That will continue out of the west, anywhere from 9 to 20 or so during the overnight, and that will blow in a partly sunny Saturday. Temperatures hitting about 47 degrees. It will be dry tomorrow and less windy. I mean, 5 or 6 miles an hour as far as winds are concerned out of the north. It's all you should have to worry about. So 47, partly sunny tomorrow, but another round of showers late Saturday night, technically around 4 in the a.m. Sunday morning, when we will see maybe 1/10 of an inch then, maybe 1/2 an inch of rain, however, over the course of your Sunday. So 48, more clouds and rain than not for the latter half of your weekend. Temperatures are going to be pretty steady. 47 and sunny tomorrow, 48 and rainy on your Sunday. Then there should be some moisture around, just enough to maybe be in the form of some flurries on your Monday. Mostly cloudy, low 40s for daytime highs. We will see nighttime lows Monday night and then into your Tuesday morning, right around 27. And Tuesday actually looks to be even colder still. Yes, colder than 43. We'll barely hang on to the 40s, and the upper 30s could be possible for a few. So told you, more of a winter-ish feel to your forecast. Catching up Tuesday, partly sunny, 40 for your high, 23 for your low. Widespread frost Tuesday night, and then of course into your Wednesday morning. But then we finally start to dig ourselves out of that hole to the tune of 10 degrees added on your Wednesday's forecast to 50. That frost in the morning, but sunny, partly cloudy, still into the 20s that night. But then we'll jump another 10 degrees Thursday and kind of hover there Thursday and Friday of next week. So not all that bad. Cold start to Tuesday at 40. Well, 20s for nighttime lows and morning lows, but we'll hit 40, then we'll hit 50, then we'll hit 60 Thursday with some sunshine. Not so much a sunny day for Friday. Actually, more clouds and perhaps more showers than not on your Friday. And breezy conditions will also be something that we'll be talking about by then. But that's plenty of days away and plenty of time to get there. And while that is all the good news I have for today, I'm already sitting on a really good story for next week, and I got another step in getting that completed today and speaking with a chemistry teacher at the McGoffin County High School about, well, a certain young lady that was featured in not last week's but the week's before edition of the Sagersville Independent. You know where I'm going. Still looking forward to bringing that to you. I as well have, I'm already working on a list of some other news that we'll just leave at that I'll have to cover when I see you back here next time after what I hope is a wonderful win or some for the Cats and a weekend for you as well. Good night and thank you for watching.